Welcome back to the channel. My name is a-bomb. Welcome back to Football Manager 2021 and Eastern Resurgence 2 with Steaua Bucharest. We're on the page of Christian Rakoviak, a new signing that we made, just so I don't spoil anything that's happened off camera, because today we've got our fourth qualifying round in Europe, but we're going to wait and see which competition we're in. Last time we met, we were awaiting a Champions League third qualifying round against Ludogorets. Win that match and we take on Celtic in the fourth qualifying round of the Champions League, lose and we take on Aalborg. We know that we've reached one of the European competitions proper this season, we just don't know which one yet, so we're going to find out together. If you enjoy the series, do drop a like down below and leave comments. They're the best ways to support the channel, and if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe and turn on notifications. We're like 10-11 subs away from 1,000 as we're recording this. By the time this comes out, we may well be closer. I've also got a cold coming. Hopefully it's not noticeable. Hopefully it won't affect me too much in the upcoming videos. But yeah, don't feel great. So we're going to do the same thing that we did in the last video. We're going to go through all the stuff that happened off camera. And then we're going to jump into the first leg of our European fourth qualifying round tie. Well, last time it was a 2-1 defeat against Gazmetan Mediash as Nitsu scored a 94th minute goal to win it for them. Yeah, a disappointing defeat for us. Didn't deserve to lose it, but we did. Zubele to Nedalea, and the ball finds Lukic, and Lukic, oh, he couldn't keep it down. It was close though. Nitsu on the throw. Here's Lovrenezovic to Martina. He's kept the ball, it's a cross, it's Lukic, and it's taken a couple of blocks. Catanianu to Nezovic. And they go good with their header, and Lukic pokes it home, and it's a lead against Astra Georgiou. Corner ball. And it's Nezovic who meets it with a header, and they've doubled their lead, it's 2-0. Velkosa's given it away there, and Palade's gone long, and Adams just with the keeper to beat. It's blocked, but the second effort goes in, and Astra have a goal back. Beletsa with the corner kick, and it's away by the defender, and here's Anissa Ura, and it's 2 versus 1 here. It's Ura, it's Lukic, and this would be a goal to maybe put it beyond doubt, and it's Lukic who makes it 3-1 in stoppage time, and it's a win over Astra. Vasila. Still got the ball here, coming forward, and finds Despodov, and that's a nice tidy finish, and Ludogorets take a 1-0 lead. Modiba. Need to try and get the ball off them here, and they're not able to do so. Ganchev has gone long here, and it's Figaru, and Figaru beats Erez, and it's 2-0 Ludogorets here. They're flying in the second leg. Mikkelsen manages to keep the ball under the tackle, and Marong with a great effort on the edge of the 18-yard box, and it's an away goal for Steaua. Ganchev goes long. Figaru wins their header. It's Vasila, and it's 3-1, and Ludogorets look well on their way to a fourth round in the Champions League. Ganchev with the free kick, and that puts it to bed. 4-1 Ludogorets after that goalless draw in the first leg, and Steaua dropped down to the Europa League. So yeah, unfortunately, we did go out to Ludogorets, losing 4-1 on aggregate. We drew the first leg 0-0. And I thought we were the better team in that first leg, and we were unlucky not to at least get a win in the first leg. But unfortunately, in the second leg, we just weren't good enough, and Ludogorets outplayed us and won 4-1. Thankfully, we did beat Astra in the league, so after 4 games, we sit on 9 points. Of course, we lost to Gaz last time. Lukic just didn't really turn up in that Gaz game, but before that, he was on fire. He scored 2 hat-tricks against Dinamo and scored 3 before that, so he'd scored 9 goals in 4 games. But unfortunately, drew a blank against Gaz. We had a stalemate against Ludogorets. He did score 2 against Astra, and then the second leg against Ludogorets just didn't go well for us. So that does mean that we drop down into the Europa League, and we're taking on Aalborg of Denmark in the playoffs of the Europa League. If we win this tie, we'll be into the group stages of the Europa League. If we lose, we'll drop down to the group stages of the Europa Conference League, which is where we were last season. So hopefully we can make that step up into the Europa League proper, but if we end up dropping into the Conference League again, I'm not going to be too disappointed. So today we'll play both legs against Aalborg. We've also got a game in between against Kindia. If there's any goals from that, I'll show them to you. And as you saw, we had a new signing. This is Christian Rakoviak. He's just a backup left back, and he's a bit better than Netu, and I thought we needed one. He's only £100,000. It's not too expensive. He's come from Poland. He's okay without being amazing. He's just a backup player. And we've also signed a couple of young Czech right backs. This is Thomas Mika, who's great physically, got some good mentals, his tackling is alright. And then we've got Yasin Mitrin, who's Bulgarian, sorry, he's not Czech. Not as good as the other one, but again, just a young option. They haven't cost too much money. And in departures, Dan Toma has left the club and gone to Turkey. He's gone to Hatayspor, and we got £700,000 for him, which I think is pretty good for a player that I didn't really have any plans for and was going to be out of contract at the end of the season. So to get 700k for him, I'm happy with that. But anyway, let's jump into the first leg against Aalborg then. It's another trip to Denmark. We have been to Denmark before. We lost to Midtjylland a couple of seasons ago in our first season in Europe. Manolake is suspended, so we're going to have to change things around at the back here, but we should have Zubale available. He's been a bit tired recently. Cipriano Batista in the middle, that's fine. We'll stick with Nezovic. Ura picked up a sports hernia, so he's out for about a month or so. Not good news. So I think we'll go with this team. Nederlander will bring up a bit further up, I think. And we'll go with the double Mez and the DLP. I did try using a ball winner, but that was against Ludogorets and it didn't really work. So I think that's what we're going to go with today. Just keep it, the same as we've been doing before. Let's make that defensive width normal. Let's get rid of get stuck in. Short kicks. I was rolling it out for a bit. We'll stick with short kicks. Okay. We'll stick with the same system we've been using. I need to get someone on the bench in place of Ura. Let's go Bordea. We haven't really seen Bordea yet this season, so we'll go with Gabriel Bordea. But here we go. The first leg against Aalborg. We're away from home, so, if we can avoid defeat and get an away goal or two, that would be good. We just need to make sure that we have something to fight for in this second leg. Otherwise, this could be a bad couple of games for us. But let's see. Here's Zubale on the ball for us. Here's Negoiscu. Zubale gets it back. Into the middle for Nederlander. Negoiscu. Lukic, who's been on fire in Europe, and he's got himself another one. He's already got 12 this season. 9 came in 4 games. He's had 2 hat-tricks, both legs against Dinamo Zagreb. And he's got us a first goal here with 11 minutes gone. So we're looking good. Great start to the game. And again, over the 2 legs, if we win, we'll go through to the Europa League proper, which would be a great thing to be in. But again, if we drop down to the Europa Conference League, I'm not going to be disappointed. We're still fairly new to Europe. This is only our 3rd season in Europe. 19 minutes on the clock. Aalborg have a throw in here. It's Kaufmann. And Lukovic goes for the tackle, but doesn't win the ball back. Instead, Aalborg managed to keep the possession. Here's Pedersen. Pavlovic to Ivar Fossum, a player that the name's familiar. I don't know if he's played internationals, but Ivar Fossum, definitely a name that I'm familiar with. But here's Randolph. And Aalborg looking for a way back into this game here. But Lukovic does well and clears. Hopefully he can have another good season this year, Lukovic. He was one of our best players last year. Lukic is coming forward here. Here's Negoiscu. And he's gone under the keeper and doubled our lead with 20 minutes played. We're looking good in this first leg. And we're away. So yeah, 2 away goals. Aalborg haven't really managed to create any chances yet. So we're looking well on top here. And, with the second leg, which in theory should be a bit easier, we're looking well on top and looking destined for the Europa League. It's been a first half where there's been few shots, but 2 shots on target for us, and they've both gone in. So we are looking on top. Okay, Zubale with a throw. It's been a while since we've had any sort of highlights, but 70 minutes coming up, and it's Morong with the ball, and it's a switch to Lukovic, and maybe a 3rd goal coming up here. We'll have to wait and see. It's cleared by the defender, and here's Abu Ali, and Cipriano easily is got that covered. And here's Lukovic to Nezovic. Lukovic with it back again. I think we can afford to maybe make 1 or 2 changes here and rotate, get ready for the Kindia match. Here's Morong to Nederlander. This is a good, highlight as well. Lots of possession here for us. And Lukic, I think it's going to be offside there. But 15 minutes left. Let's make a couple of changes. It's been a solid performance from us. We haven't really done anything wrong, so I've been pretty happy. Let's bring on Bordea on that left-hand side. Let's also bring on Velkotta. We're going to replace him with Nederlander. I'd like to maybe see another goal here because it's been a game of few chances. We've taken the 2 that we've had. We just need to make sure that we keep this up in the second leg because we could end up losing the second leg and that we have actually conceded there, but it might be disallowed. Aalborg's goal has been disallowed, so it looks like it's going to stay 2-0, but there might be 1 more goal in this yet. But, it's been a comfortable first leg. We just need to make sure we keep it up for the second leg because if we lose heavily at home, we could end up, losing this tie, and that wouldn't be good. Going to make my last change. Negoiscu's 1 yellow away from a ban, so we're going to bring on Denoza for him. Ismail is back on the bench after his injury, but he has not really seen much football yet. Because Lukic, I can't really drop him at the moment. He's been playing really, really well. We did the job pretty early on. The 2 goals have been our only 2 shots on target, which is a bit worrying. You know, our conversion since going 2 up has not been good. And then neither is Aalborg's. Have they had a shot on target? No, they haven't. And that's full time. It is 2-0 in the first leg. I feel like we maybe could have done a lot better, but, you know, we've got a good lead to take back home. And I feel like we've got 1 foot in the group stages for the Europa League. So I'm all right with that. Aalborg didn't have a shot on target, so I'm okay with that. It just wasn't a great match, really. Okay, so we got the second leg in 7 days' time. We've got a game in between on the Sunday against Kindia. So if there's any goals, I'll be sure to show them to you. 90 seconds and it's 1-0. Lukic just snatched the ball off the defender. Goes for goal. First effort is saved. And then, Udin's put the ball in his own net. That's unfortunate, but we're 1-0 up. Well, it didn't last long because Kindia have equalised barely a minute later. Buka to Ungarenazu, and it's 1-1. 3rd minute. Alright, calm down, game. I haven't even had a chance to do a shout yet. Kindia are 2-1 up and we haven't even played 6 minutes. Armash, and it's another set-piece goal. Alright, it's 2-2. This has been an absolute mess of a game. Watch this. Buka doesn't get anywhere near the ball. It's straight up to Lukic. He's chipped the goalkeeper. It's 2-2. This game has been mental. 2-2, half an hour. Make that 3-2. 35 minutes, we've had 5 goals. Buka with a header away. It's not a good clearance. It's Katanyanu. It's whipped in. It's Negoisky with a header about 7 or 8 yards out. It's 3-2 on 35 minutes. Sorry, 3-3. 40 minutes, 3-3. This game has been an absolute mess. The defending on both sides and the passing has been dreadful by both teams. And it's 3-3. We're not even at half time yet. Well, that's half time. What a 45 minutes that was. 6 goals. Unbelievable. And now Katanyanu has scored his first Steaua goal, and on 56 minutes it is Kindia 3, Steaua 4. Morong laying it off for him, and the young homegrown midfielder gets his first Steaua goal, and it is 4-3. 7 goals in this game, maybe more to come. And on 65 minutes, Nezovic has come on from the bench to make it 5-3 with this header that looked like it was going at slow motion. Both keepers are having mares today. Well, Lukic has got a second and it's 6-3. The 1-2 here with Nogoisky was fantastic. Lukic has his second. It's 6-3 and there's still 20 minutes left. It's 7. It's 7-3. This is now the highest scoring game of the series, of the save so far. It's Bachiste from the set piece. It's 7-3. Oh my God, that was absolutely insane. It's ended Kindia 3, Steaua 7. And somehow Kindia got 3 goals from their 0.72 XG. We got 7 from 2.63 XG. And with 7 different scorers, if you include the own goal, along with Kindia's 3, 10 different goal scorers in that game. That's the biggest scoreline of the save so far. That was unbelievable. Well, it's the biggest score in the save for us, but not in the league. Sigurdsson won 9-2 a couple of seasons ago against Clinceni. I forgot about that. Now we've got a second leg against Aalborg. We have a 2-0 lead. And it's at home, so we stand a good chance here. We just need to make sure that we keep things up. Celtic did beat Ludogorets 3-2 on aggregate in their playoff game, so Celtic go through to the Champions League group stages. But here we go, the second leg against Aalborg. We have a 2-0 lead, so we should hopefully be okay. So Manilak is coming at centre-back, Nezovic is starting, and Nedalea is starting as well. Those 3 changes made from that 7-3 win. Yes, 7-3, you heard it right. So Isbahil just isn't getting into the team at the moment because Lukic has been so good. So Isbahil's just sitting on the bench waiting for his opportunity. He hasn't had one yet. I can't drop Lukic at the moment. Well, 25th minute we have our first highlight, and it's a header away by Ross from Aalborg. And here is Zubile. I mean, we have a 2-0 lead in this tie. I won't be too disappointed by like a slow game here. I'd like to obviously win it, but if we end up, maybe drawing, I'll be alright. As long as we avoid defeat and don't do anything silly here. Here's Martina, and this highlight is still going on 25 minutes. Negoisky with a header hits the bar close. It's very hard to know what shouts to do in a position like this because we're drawing this game, so my instinct would be encouraged to try and get in front, but we're leading the whole tie, so the players see that as bad because we're leading 2-0. I can't really go for a focus. We could praise, even though there hasn't been any goals in this game. It's hard to know what to do in a second leg like this where we've got a pretty good tie, a pretty good hold on the game, on the tie, but it's 0-0 on the night, which I'm not annoyed by. We've been alright. We're the better team, we just haven't scored. Just been one of those games. And he's Clitton, though, for Aalborg. And a set piece here, headed away by Katanyanu. In the first leg, Aalborg didn't have a shot on target. I don't know that they've had one in this second leg. But Nezovic, breaking down this left-hand side here, got all the space and time in the world. And it's Nedalea, it's Negoisky, and it's over. I think we are going to actually give Ismail a game in this, you know. We're an hour in, we haven't scored. So Ismail's going to go on up top. And Volkot is going to replace Castagnanu in midfield. Going to attack in just to try and get a goal and win this second leg. Header away by Sidhu. Zubile is going to get to this first. 20 minutes in left in the second leg. We look on top. You know, we're 2-0 up overall on aggregate. And we deserve it. Nezovic might get one here though, but it's a good save by Rinner. Anderson finds Sidhu. Manalake. Oh, that might be a penalty. It was a tight one. It looked like he might have got the ball, but he might have got a bit more of the player. Aalborg might have a spot kick here with 12 minutes left of normal time. It is a penalty. Aalborg with a chance here. This could be a very nervy last 10-15 minutes. It's Ferreira. It's in. Aalborg have an away goal. Things have got very interesting. Pedro Ferreira scored it. It's 2-1 on aggregate. We've got 10 minutes to hold on and try and keep hold of this. As Aalborg score again, we're going to extra time. But we haven't managed to put them away in this second leg. It's frustrating. But we have done enough. It was a poor game. It was a poor second leg. They got the penalty to get the 1-0 win on the night. But overall, 2-1, we win on aggregate. Over the 2 legs, we were better. But that second leg, just disappointing not to score. We didn't really finish the job here, did we? We needed to, and we didn't. So I don't really know what sort of thing to go for with that team talk. It wasn't great, was it? There's not like a Jekyll and Hyde thing to say, like, oh, the first leg was good, but the second leg wasn't good enough. That would be a nice thing to have here. I would say that we did run that line a bit too close. You know, that could have been a disastrous second leg. If they'd have gone 2-0 up, we'd have been looking at extra time. We could have gone out. But we were much, much better in the first leg. So based on that, I think we deserve to go through. And we're in the group stages of the Europa Conference League. That's fantastic. So we will see the draw before we go and find out who we're going to be facing in the Europa League. There might be some English teams in here. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so once again, I imagine we're going to be seeded 4th for the draw. But you never know. We were seeded 4th for the Conference League last year. I imagine we will be again, though. We're actually seeded 3rd. That's a nice surprise. Okay, so let's have a look at these teams then. So we've got Group A with Sporting and Fenerbahce. We've got Group B with Sociedad and Partizan Belgrade. We know about them, of course. Group C, we've got Leicester and we've got Genk. Group D, we've got Leverkusen and Midtjylland. Group E, we've got Galatasaray and Dynamo Kiev. Group F, we've got Napoli and Club Brugge. Group G, we've got Tottenham and Ferencvaros. And Group H, we've got Valencia and AZ Alkmaar. I think they're all going to be really hard. But, you know, we've faced Partizan before. We know that we can beat them. We did. We lost to Red Star, of course, the city rivals. Not sure about Sociedad. We've lost to Midtjylland before, so I'd like to try and get something back on them. But all 8 of these groups look hard. I don't know who we're going to get, and I don't know how good we're going to do. Who's in the 3rd seeds with us then? We've got AEK Athens, Zorya, Hoffenheim, Malmo, Ludogorets, who lost to Celtic, of course, Southampton, and Torino. Okay, let's go automatic draw, and let's see who it's going to be. So we've avoided Group A and Group B. We're not in Group C. We're not in Group D. Okay, we're in the second half of the groups. Who's it going to be? Group G. All right, let's very quickly see who our 4th team is going to be. It's not Nice. They've gone into Group A. Stop the draw. We've got Rennes, Lask, Boavista, Lati, Trabzonspor, Tel Aviv, or Aberdeen. I don't really mind who I get. Hopefully we can get a result against whoever it is. It's Boavista. So it's England, Portugal, and Hungary. Interesting. I don't know how we're going to do here. Spurs is going to be very tough. Who's in charge of them right now? We can't see because we don't have England loaded. But Harry Kane's still there at 34. He's still there. And okay, he's not got the physicals anymore. But Jesus. So, FCSB is our next game. It's a Bucharest derby. That's going to be a hard one. Then we've got Six-Jureda. Then we've got Boavista in our first group game. Then it's Viitorul. Then it's Ferencvaros, which I think we'll come back for next time. I think we'll do Ferencvaros. Again, we're going to jump ahead about a month. So that works out quite well. We'll host the Hungarians next time, I think. And see what we can do in this group. Spurs, I'm not expecting us to get anything. Ferencvaros, I don't know. It might be close. Boavista as 4th seed on paper. We should maybe be getting something against them. But again, we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, then drop a like down below and leave comments. They're the best ways to support the channel. And if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe and turn on notifications. We got through against Aalborg. It was a close one, but we got through. And then we had that bonkers game against Kindia. 7-3 win away from home. How about that? and 10 different scorers in that as well. Just a mad game. But we're through to the group stages of the Europa League. That's fantastic going. Really pleased with that. And next time we'll take on Ferencvaros in our second group game. It's a home game, and we'll see how we can do. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.